fisheries officer, huyo ndiye alinielekeza, kaniambia lazima ni sina maji na natamani kuchimba.
So he visited the local sub-county fisheries office who gave him advice on about how to start.
Alinieleza nichimbe kisima kwanza.
The officer advised him to have a source of water, so she sank a borehole.
Yeah. Ndiposa nilipomaliza akanitembelea, akanionyesha naweza tengeneza concrete pond hapo.
So after exchange visit, he was able to put out the concrete pond just behind us.
Baada ya muda kidogo, hiyo ilikuwa 2019.
That was 2019 when he did that concrete fish pond.
Nilipomaliza 2020 tukapata masomo ya county government ambapo walitufunza kuhusu mambo ya ATVET.
In 2020 the county government introduced the ATVET program in the county polytechnics. Every sub-county has a polytechnic, so there was an aquaculture curriculum, so they went in for that.
Nilipomaliza mafunzo nikaambiwa na fisheries officer ya kwamba tuna pond aina 4, tuko na liner, earthen, alafu tuko na wooden na hii concrete.
The fishery extension officer informed him that there are different culture systems: concrete, liner, wooden and earthen.
Nilipotoka hapo nikamuuliza mimi naweza tengeneza gani, akaniambia wewe una uwezo wa kutengeneza 3.
Yeah, so the extension officer told him that he is able to do concrete, liner and an earthen. Wooden.
Yes. Sasa hapo tulipomaliza masomo ndipo nilikuja nikatengeneza hiyo ndogo ya mbao.
So after the TVET course, he did the small wooden.
Nilipomaliza hapo katika hiyo masomo akatuelekeza, akasema mmesoma wote, lazima mtengeneze kikundi.
So after that TVET training, the extension officer told him that it's not good to be alone, you need to form a group and belong to a group.
Hapo ndipo tulitengeneza kikundi kinaitwa Aquaculture Mumias East Farmers.
And that's when they formed the Aquaculture Mumias East group.
Sasa katika hiyo masomo tulitengeneza mikutano ya kila after 2 weeks.
So after forming the group, they agreed to be meeting every 2 weeks, fortnightly. They'll be meeting as a group.
Sasa hapo ndio ofisa alipata mwelekeo ya kwamba kuna kikundi ama inaletwa na ABDP ambayo imeanza kufunza watu na kwa support.
So in the course of meeting, the officer told the group, him included, that there is a program, the ABDP, which can bring him on board.
Sasa hapo ndio tulienda tukaanza kufunzwa, na hapo kuna wale walipata wa kwanza.
After that, there is the first group which was the beneficiary, and I think for our county the first 21 liners. After the first, the inaugural Aquaculture Day.
Sasa nikatamani sana kwa sababu hapo nilikuwa mkulima wa chini wa nyumbani tu.
So he missed out on the first issuance of the first 21 liners. So he benefited from the second group, the second phase, though he looked at himself as a small farmer down there. So that's why from that the two that he did.
Sasa hapo kweli ofisa alituambia kuna hizi liners zinakuja, na akaanza kuuliza nani ana nafasi ya kuchimba.
So the officer told them that there is liners are available, and he needed to be sure that there is space where the liner can be installed.
Na nilimwambia naweza. Alikuja akanitembelea na akaniuliza una pesa ya kuchimba? Nikamwambia nina samaki hapa, naweza uza na inisaidie kuchimba.
So when the officer visited him, the officer asked him whether he has money to do the excavation. So he said that he has some fish in the concrete pond which he can sell and use that as payment for the casual laborers to do the excavation.
Alipima akaona nafasi inatosha na akanipa mwelekeo. Hata mimi nikatafuta majirani wakanunua hapo, nikafanikiwa kupata kilo 62, niliuza shilingi 20,000.
So the officer came and did the site selection and pegging. Then he looked for some neighbors who bought the fish which was there. 62 kilos, which he got 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah. So he sold whatever was in the concrete pond, got 20,000 to engage now the laborers for the excavation.
Hiyo ndio ilinisaidia kwa sababu kuchimba nilitumia shilingi 12,000.
He used 12,000 for the excavation.
Alafu samaki kununua nikanunua 6,000.
He bought fingerlings at 6,000.
Alafu 2,000 kanunua chakula.
2,000 he bought feeds, beginning the starter.
Yes.
That means he did 1,000 fingerlings. At 6 shillings, that's 6,000.
Yeah.
The order in which authority is delivered in the group. We have the executive committee, followed closely by the chairperson, then the secretary and treasurer, then we have the departmental heads. Like I mentioned earlier, our group has 32 members, all of whom are present here with us today. Among the 32, we have 18 male adults who form the majority actually, and we are working on that so that we can be able to have a balance between the male and the female. We have 4 youth, 7 female adults, 2 female youth, and 1 person under the category of persons living with disability. Actually, just 2 weeks ago, we received another person. So in the amended report, we will be having 2 persons under the category of persons living with disability. We have an increment of 20 points after the introduction of ABDP into our system. So in a period of less than 1 year, we have had an increment of 20 points to make our current number of points at 50. The 918 kilograms of fish that we were able to harvest translates to about 275,400 shillings. So I would like to briefly mention a number of assistance that we have received from ABDP. The first one was the trainings on gender, youth and nutrition. This was done in April, and as you have witnessed, we have been able to calculate that training into our lives and move towards incorporating other food crops that can be able to supplement the fish farming so as to improve our nutrition. All the farmers, what you have seen at this place is a replica of all the other farmers. As a group, we always move together to ensure that every farmer implements what we have agreed into the group. So when you have a fish pond, we always advise them to have something else on the side that can be able to ensure that we improve on the issue of nutrition. The second benefit that we have, assistance that we have received from ABDP is the training on a gender action learning system. You heard from our secretary, he is already a girls champion, and we had this training on girls in May this year. It was a very important training, and I can assure you it has really transformed our lives. It has changed the way we live in our family units. It has opened our eyes on what a family unit should do towards the growth of fish farming, and we really appreciate and hope that we are going to get more and more of these trainings. Thirdly, we have had quite a number of field days, farmers' field days, like the World Fisheries Day, the World Food Day. We have had an annual aquaculture day. We have also benefited from exchange field visits to other counties. Recently, one of our members was in Homa Bay for such an exchange visit. If it were not for this visit, we would be having one of our members in Sagana, and many more that we have had so far this year. Now we have 9 farmers who have benefited from the liners, and we also have another 11 members who have benefited from the predator nets. So a total of 22 members here with us have benefited from both the liners and the predator nets. We have about 10 who have not benefited but are earmarked to benefit from the next tranche of any support that will come.
We do fencing to avoid children, predators, and thieves, because we knew it's a danger.
Yeah.
It's a danger for children to come here. They may think it's a swimming pool. Now, that aside, also the neighbors may just come, walk in and do the fishing. So after doing this, we felt we are a bit secured.
Okay.
So the only problem that we had is the lining, because the water escapes during the dry seasons. But because we had a lot of rain, we decided to kick off. Otherwise, with the lining, I think we will be now okay. After this harvest, we can do the lining, and then we are sure with our harvesting. Yeah.
So this one, have they put the fish?
Yes.
What fish?
Tilapia.
How many?
1,200.
1,200.
Yeah.
And so, how do they eat?
Now we are feeding them. We started with starter. They've been on starter for 1 month.
Okay.
Now it's now that we are introducing in the MM2.
Okay, so where did you get starter?
The starter, we got that subsidized, whatever stuff that was provided. We bought there.
You bought?
Yes.
The school bought?
Yes.
At how much?
Subsidized was around 100. The starter was about 1,500. 10 kg, a bag of 10 kg, subsidized.
Okay.
Yeah, around 14. Yeah.
The fingerlings you also bought?
Yeah, even fingerlings we bought.
Where do you buy from?
We look for the hatcheries around. Like for this one, we went to Esisiru, Jaffe fish pond. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you have started.
Yes.
What are your plans? What are you planning to do with the fish?
Now, there is a lot of things. Number one, we intend to improve the nutrition of these people, the children, the locals, because before this, it was not easy to get fish local here. We were to travel to Luanda or we go to Kisumu to get fish. But right now, it is very much, and people are looking at it like a very readily source around them. Second, we are providing employment also on this, because all the work that are happening, the people who are taking care, we put them in account. Third, we are also empowering the community to know that this can still change the society around here, but it's an investment by itself.